The artists I choose to work with are very self-driven in the art. But having said that, there's obviously conversations. I love hearing when a song's written and then at that demo stage. And if the artist asks me and it feels right, we'll have a conversation about it. But I don't kind of direct that, So the artist might write a whole bunch of songs and then we'll start talking about which songs we're going to record, and then I get a bit more involved on what's going to be the shape of the EP or the album, and what are you trying to say, and I'm not really the kind of manager that comes from a label marketing singles and all that sort of stuff. It's about what is going to make the music, the songs and that recorded be as good as it can be. I think with a band there's a lot more conversation before it happens. It's just the nature of group collaboration, so I think band stuff, by the time you hear it, you kind of know, we've talked to the producer, or you've, as a manager, facilitated a whole bunch of chats. Where sometimes with a solo artist, it's got it all in their head, so I go off and do it. And I recently, actually, with my an artist called Thelma Plum that I'm managing, recorded her whole EP on the other side of the world from where I was. We had conversations about it, we had demos and whatever, but it was very much trust the artist and the producer to get on with it. And then hearing it was something that was just so remarkable and different to what I had anticipated it would sound like. And I think too, it's a new relationship, so it's like, okay, and was just like blown away. And then that kind of, if it had been a certain kind of thing, we'd go, yeah, we'll stick it out next week and it'll be right, and then we'll go on to the next, and it'll be this sort of more organic thing, to this, wow, this needs a bit more time to process, to think about, to find the right people, to make sure the art, the photos, all of that stuff is really going to represent this piece of gift of music that's been delivered. It took years sometimes for the fan to get a copy of the recorded thing. It was just not that quick and easy, so I think that's changed, that immediate. And it must be really hard for some people and artists, I really, that when it's done and then, yeah, done, let's put it out. And I think, yes, that can work for some people. It's not my style. I like to have a bit more time to organise things. So I think that time, the quick thing, so things don't get so much time to reflect and get stronger, and like it seems that big rush that the modern world's in. So I think that's changed. And I also think, man, just to anyone that can have any influence, particularly in Australia, is bombarded. There's so much music, so how the hell do you make them listen to your artist stuff before someone else? And that's kind of, it's like the dark arts of management.